Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to the channel where we stack chips on the daily. I am your humble host tonight, and we got a jam packed video for you guys about stock market this week. I'm going to share a couple stocks that I'm watching this week, especially tomorrow, kicking off the week. So, changing the format of these videos a little. In the past, I typically just ran through SPY, maybe some things that happened post after the market, right? It may be shared towards the end, a couple of stocks that I will be looking at going into the next day. But moving forward, just gonna share my insights for the next day for right now. Like if you guys want a market review video, it'll be quick at the beginning, like, hey, today was crazy or something like that. But more focused on the technicals around when I'm researching stocks and what I'll be looking for going into the next day for certain triggers to happen, certain levels to hit for me to tempt me to get into a stock and purchase an option, whether it be call or put, and make some money. So let's get right to it. If you're new, definitely tap in with us. Subscribe to the channel. We're dropping these videos several times a week, so tap in with us. If you're not in the Discord, find us on Instagram, Twitter, at Stack Your Chips, and tap in with us. I always like to kick off my week with knowing what data is coming through, but just so I'm aware stuff that could move the market throughout the day. And Monday, it's really light. Got a couple of data points at 9:45 with the PMI for the S&P. Do I think this is going to move the market really? Based on the forecast, not so much. Now, if these numbers were actually way off from forecast, absolutely. But based on the previous month, kind of where they're targeting right now, I don't see this being a big market mover. Going into Tuesday, some more stuff. And then Wednesday, a couple things, durable goods, St. Louis Fed. Thursday, of course, jobless claims. That's every week. Some home information around sales, wholesale. And then Friday's kind of the more data heavy day with the personal income, personal spending, PCE, which I went over in the previous video, and core PCE. So Friday could be crazy. But saying that, this week we do have some good data points that could potentially move the market. Doesn't always happen, but I always like to start here, see what I'm working with when it comes to market moving. All right, so jumping right into the stocks that I will be watching this week. And this is my baby, SPY, SPY. Man, this is the monthly view. In March, we have printed red, big red candle for March. So the low of this candle is 549.68. The high, right? So like as I'm going through a stock, I always want to mark kind of the low on the monthly. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? But you want to mark it just so that as you zoom in, you kind of see the levels. So that's the low for the month so far, 549, and we kind of jump back up off of that, off some not so news heavy weeks. So this is a weekly, big red, and then last week we actually went green. So will that trend continue this week? We gonna see, right? So zooming in a little further, this is the daily chart. As you can see, we kind of bounced off that 549. Let me zoom in. So this is kind of what I look for technically, right? So this level right here, top 70, seems like some big resistance because we keep wicking up. You see the long wicks on these three candles. We keep testing that level and then rejecting that level. So seems like we may need a catalyst to get through that level, but it all depends, right? I don't make the market. I just react to the market. So definitely want to print that level as well. So gonna zoom in some more on the 4 hour. As you can see, always point out gaps, right? So if I'm pointing out levels as I zoom in, when I get to the 4 hour, you're gonna see some gaps. And I love to see those gaps get closed. So this gap, let me move this. We got a gap right here on this candle, and the low was 572.29. So that's a level for me, right? We close that gap, we could see a reversal, or we could see a jump higher. So I want to mark that on my chart just so I know, hey, this is important here. So I'm going to be watching SPY tomorrow. I'm going to be watching these levels, right? This 570 level, this 572 level. As I'm watching SPY tomorrow, pre-market or during the day, 9:30, I want to see this 565 level break, where we got this big drop on this red candle right here, like 565.27. What's the high for this one? 65.08. So like if we break through that like 565.10, 565 range, I would look to get long on SPY. Absolutely. And this is in the morning. So I think that's a key level right there. And then to the downside, I want to see that same red candle break that 558 level. 558, what's the low? 559.07. So basically 559. I want to see that level break on a 4 hour close. Okay. So to the downside, I want to see a 4 hour close before that level. Okay. But here's SPY. Here's kind of what I'm watching. Calls. I'm looking to play calls over 565.27 into that 570, 572 range. Puts in that 559 to 549 range. Anything in between, I feel like it's no man's land right now. It's a lot of chop. So I'm going to stay away from that range right now until we get a clear direction throughout the day. All right. Second stock that I'm watching on my watch list is Meta. Meta, we made some good money on this last week. As you can see, this is the monthly chart. Meta has been green month over month since 2022. Pretty much a sustained rally for the most part. We had a pullback last year in the March, April time frame, similar to right now. It bottomed and then it went back up. So are we going to get the same play maybe a month earlier, the February, March time frame, and then we rally back up? I don't know, but that would be crazy if we did. But Meta is definitely on my watch list for tomorrow. Zooming in on the weekly, uh, these long wicks on the bottom right here. So I think this 548 level is key to the downside, right? Why? Because that was like the previous low. Not super recent, but pretty recent, right? So I'm going to mark that one on my chart. Then as we zoom in on the daily, this 575 level, we've bounced off that level twice right here, right? 575.14. I want to mark that level. And then 600. 600 looks key. I'm not going to mark that one for right now, but 600 is like that psych level. Hey, a stock hits $10, a lot of people want to sell. A stock hits $600, a lot of people are like, all right, it hit that whole number I was looking for. I'm gonna sell or I'm gonna buy. Like I'm looking to buy once it gets to 600, right? Either way, either direction. I think that 600 level is key for tomorrow. If we open up over 600 or we close under 600, as y'all can see, I'm not really using EMAs right now. I'll wait to use EMAs later in the week, but on Mondays, you like never know how the market's going to open based off the weekend. So I like to get my levels in on Monday or on Sunday night, and then tap into more EMAs, 15, 21, 50, 200 to see what's going on. But yeah. So with Meta over 600, like, I'm pretty bullish on Meta over 600. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark that. And Meta's one of those stocks that if SPY is rallying, SPY, Meta's gonna rally as well. Or they kind of follow each other there. So I'll be looking for that. If Meta rallies, I think we can get to this 632 level, right? Where we kind of wicked out before, and where a lot of buyers came in. And then once we hit that level, a lot of sellers came in. And then even prior to that, a lot of buyers came in. Then we sold off from that level. So if over 600, the market's green, stuff is rallying, I think we can see that 632 range really quickly. That is one of those stocks that can go 20, 30, 40 points in a day. So I'll be looking for that one. I got this one on my watch list. And then last but not least, I got Tesla. Tesla is on my watch list for this week. We kind of wicked out last week. You see this long wick at the bottom on this red candle. And then the same thing this week. Um, I think it's trying to form a bottom right here at this kind of level right here. So saying that, go ahead and mark that up, right? And then last week on Friday, Tesla had a crazy day. A low of 234, a high of 250, basically. Ripped up almost 20 points. Buyers are stepping back in Tesla with all the stuff that's going on in the news. It's crazy, but I don't really focus on that stuff. I'm just trying to make money out here. It's looking prime to go. Tesla's one of those stocks that can rip up in a heartbeat. So, got Tesla on my watch list. For me to buy calls, I want to see us get to this 250 range for like a psych level, right? I feel like 250 is key. And if we hold 250, I'd say on a 30-minute close, that's super bullish for Tesla because we've been rejecting this 250 mark and we sold off hard at 252. So 250, I think a lot of buyers will step in and be like, hey, Tesla's turning around, right? This is one of those stocks that has split several times in the past because it's been going up so quickly. Definitely be on the lookout with that. They got a lot of catalysts coming up for the summertime with automation, with robots, a lot of stuff going on. So this one's on my watch list for tomorrow. And that's about it, man. SPY, Meta, Tesla. We can make some money from those three. If you got any stocks you're watching, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to do a quick video for you guys on those. But that's all I got. Holla at me. Peace.